We often hear that farmers have poor mental health. Well, what if I was to tell you that the wider ag industry could play a huge role in changing that? As Stuart mentioned, I am Sarah Crosthwaite, a 2023 Nuffield Scholar, and I do live in North East Victoria with my family, where we run a 500-cow dairy farm with our wonderful team. But aside from that, I'm also an accredited mental health social worker, and I established Open Road Counselling earlier this year, and it's a counselling service specifically for farmers, their families and staff, and anyone else working in the ag industry. And as Stuart mentioned, my Nuffield topic has focused on mental health and wellbeing in farming communities. I really want to express my gratitude to Nuffield Australia. I'm deeply honoured and very nervous to be standing up here today to talk to you about a topic that I'm absolutely passionate about. None of this would be possible if Nuffield also did not believe in the topic. So from the bottom of my heart, which is coming out of my chest, thank you very much for this amazing opportunity. Also to the Gardner Foundation, who have generously sponsored me. Thank you for your belief, again, in the topic, but I want to congratulate them on the ongoing work that they are actually doing in the mental health space. Dairy farmers in Victoria are very fortunate to have them in their corner. And of course, to my wonderful family, Stuart, Indy and Otto. Stuart, thank you for being the world's greatest bag boy for the last 2 years. Your patience has been truly amazing. And even though my kids aren't here today, I hope I've shown them that old people can learn stuff too. So during my Nuffield journey, I had a lot of questions, but 2 key questions were the ones that I'll focus on today. The first one was, what are the main stresses that impact farmers' overall mental health and wellbeing? It might not be a surprise to anyone in the room. However, during my research, I found 4 common themes that kept coming up time and time again. And they were environmental factors, like extreme weather events, fluctuating commodity prices and markets, changing government regulations, and poor financial literacy or understanding of business management. So there are many reasons why someone might struggle with poor mental health, and we all have our own story. However, these issues on the screen are the ones that were most commonly talked about amongst farmers. These common themes are also supported in many journal articles, you know what I mean, related to farmers' mental health, as well as many farmer surveys that have been done across countries such as New Zealand, Canada, the UK, and Australia, such as the one that Norco and the National Farmers Federation produced in 2023. So with this understanding, I wanted to know what might help farmers reduce the stress around these common themes. On a trip to Canada, I met with Cynthia Beck, a rural psychologist, a beef farmer, a researcher and a major contributor to a paper by Farm Management Canada. What I learnt from Cynthia was something I kind of knew, but that farmers don't really want to focus on themselves. We all know that, right? But what you do love focusing on is making money. So the research she and others did looked at the connection between mental health and farm business management. It's a long paper, but I do encourage you to read it at another time, and it will be attached to my Nuffield report. However, the main findings was that while good farm management practice cannot entirely eliminate stress or poor mental health, it can play a significant role in reducing stress and promoting positive coping mechanisms during times of distress. It also found that farmers were more willing to spend time learning new skills that actually related to better farm management. On a trip to the Netherlands, I met with Didi from Hogenkamp Ag Coaching. Didi explained that their service works with around 400 farmers a year, and they focus on 2 key areas of support. The first area is around financial management, and the second is around is about self-development. Didi stated that farmers often seek help because they have a lack of understanding around business management, which can put a strain on their business and personal relationships. However, once farmers started to work with a coach, they quickly learnt skills that improved their overall business management, and they gained insights into themselves and any issues that might have been causing distress. Farmers reported leaving the service with a clear business goals and understanding, improved decision-making at critical times, and a better understanding around their financial numbers, as well as stronger relationships both on and off the farm. And back here in Australia, I interviewed several farmers who had completed the Farm Owners Academy program. Prior to participating in the program, these farmers mentioned that they went through various challenges, such as struggling businesses, poor succession planning. Some were considering leaving the agriculture industry, and some had extremely poor mental health. However, after completing the program, they expressed that they felt more positive about the future of their business and personal lives. They had developed business plans, clear gains and understandings around finances, and a confidence in their decision-making at crucial times. They took ownership and put the effort in to improve their business, and they thought that this played a significant role in their transformation. These are just some of my examples that I've come across during my travels. No matter what country I was in, I heard time and time again that farmers felt more in control of difficult situations when they had a stronger business plan and understanding. So from what I've learnt on my travels, I believe that there is a huge potential for the agricultural industry to work closely with farmers around better business management. Many are already doing this, such as Dairy Australia with Our Farm, Our Plan, to its dairy farmers. Also, Ag Victoria is doing a lot around financial literacy workshops, but more can be done, because by supporting farmers to gain stronger farm management skills, navigating succession planning and focusing on critical business decisions at the right time, the ag industry can play a large role in supporting and improving the overall mental health and wellbeing of farmers. The second question I wanted to understand more about was what mental health support services are available for farmers who might need to talk to more than just family or friends. This slide shows you a number of different services being offered to farmers across Australia and the world. And I'm sure there are many of you in the room who can think of others that I've forgotten to put up or I don't know about. The truth is, there's actually loads out there. I do want to clarify a few things here, though, around terminology. When I'm talking about mental health promotion, I'm talking about people educating you around signs of good and poor mental health, highlighting things that you might do to improve your overall mental health and wellbeing. And when I'm looking at support services in this context, I wanted to look at who was offering counselling, therapy, coaching, online programs, that sort of thing. So what I found was there is a lot of mental health promotion. Some would say that we're actually being saturated by it. There are more conversations around mental health than ever before. Health services and other organisations are offering talks, programs and workshops on the topic, and many rural communities are getting well-known speakers in to talk to their wider community. There are thousands of books written on the topic, and if you type in the words mental health into Spotify, you will have more podcasts than you could ever listen to. However, if we look at support services, this is where farmers and rural communities think they're being let down, which I'm sure is no surprise to anyone in the room. Sadly, time and time again, this is the type of slide that is being offered in regards to mental health support and services at the end of most promotional talks to farmers. While these services and numbers are essential, they should not be the sole offering. If I had an hour to talk to you, I'd spend 50 minutes telling you the things wrong with this slide. Jodie said I could only spend 5 minutes or 10, and I'm probably running out of it. Come and find me later because it is an interesting conversation. So better promotion and support services that understand farmers' needs to be offered. This role belongs partly to those delivering the mental health promotion. And don't worry, I'm talking to them. However, it also belongs to all of us. We need to be taking an active role in improving the overall promotional services, we need to take an active role in promoting services that we know about. There are many support services tailored to helping farmers and their families, and this slide shows just a few. Feel free to take a photo so you have a reference for later. It might not be the traditional face-to-face service that we all think we should have. However, during my research, I found out that in fact, most farmers prefer Zoom, online or phone support. Why? Because you don't have to leave the farm to get it. And you don't have to worry about running into your counsellor at the footy, netball, rugby, wherever on Saturday, because often your counsellor might be living in another state. Now, for those of you in the room with poor connectivity, I know this slide must be frustrating. I get it. There is still more work that needs to be done. However, there are things that you can do. So again, please come and find me later and we can chat about it. So in wrapping up, we kind of know what the main stresses for farmers are. We know that farmers love focusing on making money. Therefore, we know that ag industry can actually support and play a pivotal role in improving farm management and business skills, as this will have a flow-on effect that can help reduce farmers' overall stress and declining mental health in times of difficulty. I have shown you that there are loads of mental health promotional supports in Australia. However, more work still needs to be done to highlight the different support service options that are available to farmers and their families. But because you've all patiently listened to me today, hopefully you're all a little bit more educated, and now you can go out into your communities and start promoting them as well. Thank you. It has been a long day. I'm really grateful for your attention. I am here all week and I would love to talk to anybody about this, so please come and find me later because I'd love to continue the conversation.